Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for this is your April bonus reading. We're going to jump right in here. You have this persistence card. It says your persistence will pay off. Don't give up now. Foster the persistent mindset. Stay focused and press on through. I mean, you are a Capricorn, so I think this is natural for you, but definitely not time to give up. You have this justice card. It says, make sure to be honest and ethical in money matters. It says something in your life needs to be brought into alignment. So, no, I kind of feel like there just could be justice coming in for you in general. So, but I'm talking about like karmic justice or something like that. Could this be legal justice? Yes, absolutely. But I think for most of you that this could be some sort of karmic justice that you're getting, or some sort of truth that you're getting here. And that's definitely popping into my head for you, Capricorn, that you could finally be getting the justice that you deserve. I kind of feel like it sets you free in a way. And, sometimes I think that, if we need like closure in a relationship and we don't get it, that when we do finally get it, it does set us free. So, it could be something like that. Could be anything basically. You have the Nine of Wands as your first card. I'll show you in just a second. And the Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior. I do feel that it's really just kind of talking about the long journey that you've been on in your life, Capricorn, and all the things that you've had to overcome and all the challenges that you've had to deal with. And I think that you need to continue to be persistent, and perseverant. And I feel like you need to keep pushing forward. I do feel like you're very close to your reward. Some of you, I feel, have already received your reward or are getting rewards in life. So things really could be moving forward for you. You end with this card that says a powerful move on it. And it's kind of like this 5D chess type imagery going on the card. I'll show you at the end. And it's funny because I do think you are making powerful moves right now, even to the point where, just looking around here, people could be noticing the moves that you're making. People could really be surprised by what you're doing. And I say that because your crossing energy is the sun. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. And it's the sun. So the sun is always positive, no matter what. And I feel like there's a lot of attention coming in for you. I feel there are a lot of good things for you. I even think that, kind of what's popping into my head as well is like part of your justice is I really feel there could be people in your life that just don't expect, really don't think that you could do what you've done. Or I don't know. I don't even know if that was English. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But, it's like I think you've tried to accomplish things and maybe you've told people like what you're going to do and they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. And now you actually are doing the things that you have said that you are going to do. And so that's pretty powerful. I like that. I think that could lead to a lot more, happiness and success in your life. The sun is a card of happiness and success. I really feel this reading is also saying like, don't give up big time, because I feel you are very, very close to having a celebration. Next in the area of what's on your mind, you have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is like work hard, play hard. I do think that it is a very hard work time for you, Capricorn. I mean, Capricorn always works hard, but, I think that it is a time where you really could be spending like extra time, extra hard work. Let's put it that way. Of course, I would make sure to rest, relax, recover, make sure to recharge your batteries, make sure you are having fun. I do think your kind of thoughts are all over the place, but not like it necessarily in a bad way. Like sometimes I don't think that having scattered thoughts is all that big of a deal. Sometimes I think maybe, us thinking about different things in life can be a good thing. Us kind of maybe jumping around and maybe what we're actually doing is we're crunching the numbers. And that's kind of how I see this in my head is, yeah, it's a retrograde. Yeah, it's a little bit of a confusing time. Yeah, maybe you kind of are thinking about projects that you want to work on or things you want to do, and maybe you keep jumping back and forth or thinking this and that and all this other stuff. Number one, I would write everything down so you don't forget it, number one. Number two, I actually think this is like a good thing. Sometimes, again, I think Mercury retrogrades, yeah, they can be confusing because we're jumping around with thoughts and all this other stuff, but it actually could be the thing that helps you perfect an idea to like bring it down to earth. And that's really what I see there. Next in your foundation, you have the Four Wands. It's almost like you're being set free. The Four Wands can be marriage. There's definitely love here if you want it. You've been getting love with me a lot recently, so there definitely could be a connection coming in for you. But really, the Four Wands is a card of a finish line. It's a card of completion and completing something and bringing something to an end. This right here is like a finish line. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be bringing things to a close, like things that you've been working on, so that you can get to the next level and start something else, or so that you can move on to something bigger and better. And we go up here, you have two cards, the Chariot and the Two Wands wanted to come out together. So the Chariot, they both kind of represent the same thing. The Chariot, he's leaving the city behind him so he can set himself apart. The Two Wands, he needs to leave a comfort zone. He's got the whole world in his hands on the Two Wands, but he's just looking out in front of him. He's not looking at the world in his hands. So, again, I think a lot of you could be setting yourself free from the familiar. Again, the Four Wands is a card of freedom and setting yourself free from something. It represents that because it represents completion, completing one thing. Like once you complete a project, obviously you're free to do whatever you want, right? But you could be completing anything with the Four Wands. But I kind of feel this is like a bigger and better situation. This is encouraging you going up this way, is encouraging you to, like, whatever you're starting or whatever you're working on, do it bigger and better. That doesn't necessarily mean harder either. This could be easier because you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom based off of what you've been working on. And, that could make what you're about to do a lot easier. You have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. So I do feel like it is time for you to be curious about things that you're interested in your life. This could be anything. And, this is coming up in the past. So some of you, maybe you have, thought about doing things in the past and then you don't do them and then you regret it later. Like sometimes I think the Page of Swords, he comes up with an idea, he gets excited about it, he's curious about it, but maybe he doesn't take action and then regrets it later. So I feel like you're learning that your curiosity, your attention, the sun, your attention is something to be followed. The sun shines a light on things that we need to pay attention to in life. The sun is like a spotlight in the tarot. So, you could be becoming interested in things and it's just saying, learn about it. You have this Flexible card and this Between Worlds card. I love this Between Worlds card. It's like a flamingo going from black and white to color. So it's like you're stepping into a more vibrant, exciting, happy energy, time of, excitement, happiness, fulfillment. That Flexibility card just says, be flexible in how you accomplish anything that you're setting out to accomplish, and that will lead to the most success. You have the Ten of Wands coming up in your very near future. So again, I personally, like the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, yeah, he's burdened. Yes, these are extra responsibilities, but he planted those wands in his fields, and he's about to reach his home here, or his village, and he is about to have a harvest. So he is carrying his harvest. These are not like bad responsibilities. These are good responsibilities that he's carrying, and they're hopefully leading to, abundance. He's about to have abundance because he's about to have a harvest, and that's what I feel for you. You have this Bat Spirit. It says a rebirth is assured. You have this White Raven Spirit. It says trust in magic. I think that you do need to believe a little bit in magic. This kind of is a little bit like what I call a Tinkerbell reading. If you don't believe in Tinkerbell, she doesn't exist, right? So I think that if you don't believe that you can be a success, or if you don't believe that you can, have love, or whatever it is that you want, then you're definitely not going to have it. But if you do believe that you can have it, then you definitely will. So I think that, this is a little bit also kind of saying that your beliefs are going to be very important at this time, what you believe, how you believe in things, what you need to pay attention to, all that other stuff. So I would work on your beliefs with this energy. I also do feel like there can, your life can change on a dime, and you never know. I've heard so many stories of people that have been going through really difficult times, and then all of a sudden they, make $1 million, or, something happens, right? And that type of energy is kind of popping into my head for you here, Capricorn. I feel like it's saying, you really need to also believe that your situation can change, and for the better, and quickly. And, again, there are plenty of examples of people where this has happened, where they have turned their situation around. But I also feel like you need to believe it with this energy. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is about going on adventure. So I feel for a lot of you that would be an amazing time. And this is coming up in the area of the next few months. And I do see you doing a lot of adventuring, being spontaneous, exploring new ways of doing things. And anything you can do to work with anything new is going to lead to success for you, Capricorn, plain and simple. I also would encourage you to invite more play into your life. If there are things that you like to do, even if it's just, even just an hour a week, Capricorn, even if it's just a small amount of time that you invest in something, your health, your business, your ideas, like whatever it is, doesn't matter. I think even if it's just a little bit of time, it will make all the difference in the world. Just investing just a little bit of time, right? And that's what I would do here with the Knight of Wands. I think he's more talking about, fun. He's like a very fun, spontaneous energy. If your friends call you and say, hey, come out tonight, go out. Be spontaneous, even if you weren't planning on it. Just see what happens, because, he really rewards that type of energy, right? Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Lovers. So definitely could be love coming in for you. Could be a Leo, Gemini right here, or a Cancer is standing out to me as well. Could be any sign. This is a general reading, but they could have those signs in their chart as well. Lovers is a perfect match. So if you are looking for love, then, this could be a perfect match. If you're not looking for love, this could just say again that you're getting a lot of love from the people around you. You're finding the people around you are maybe being more supportive or are lifting you up more. I also do feel that Capricorn in general, I'm cheating a little bit just based off your astrology, but it just doesn't surprise me if you are paying more attention to the people that support you, that actually support you, that are actually happy for you, and the people that are not. It's like if you have those people in your life where, I'm sure you've all seen it, where you tell someone good news and they kind of have a little bit of a frown at first instead of a smile, right? It's like, I think you're kind of noticing that, like the people who aren't genuinely happy for the situations in your life, the people who aren't happy when you make a change or whatever. And I think you're just paying attention to this more, and this is leading to healthier connections, not just love, but, love of all its forms, right? Next, in your future feelings, you have the Two of Wands and the Chariot. I kind of feel like you're finally making a move here. I feel pretty good about this. The Chariot is a victory, a rapid victory, quick success. And the Two of Wands, again, he's standing at the top of his castle there. And the story of the Two of Wands is that he rushed to a finish line and he didn't enjoy the journey. He just wanted to get it over and done with as quickly as possible, and he didn't enjoy himself. But now he's standing at the top of that castle. He's got the whole world in his hands, and it just says you have the whole world in your hands. There are no limits to what you can accomplish at this time. And this is where I was getting that bigger and better type of energy. You have that powerful move card as well. So you're clearly about to do something like bigger and better in your life. That's the best way I could describe it. And this could require more work, but I think you're down for it with the Ten of Wands. I also feel like you've done a lot of work, and that's probably, I would say that that's the thing that Capricorn needs to realize right now, is that something is not going to be as hard as you think, because the past 20 years of your life has been hard. So it's like you have developed bigger muscles. You have, and these could be literal muscles, but this could also be, the muscle of your brain, And so I really feel you already have done a lot of work that is, going to be leading to success and abundance and all the good stuff, right? So, there you go. You have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing and being very happy. So I feel like there could be a lot of happiness coming in for you with the Ace of Cups. I also feel that, there could be like a love offer coming in for you if you want love with the Ace of Cups. So I really see like a lot of success and happiness and abundance here. Obviously, like I said, this could be a love offer that makes you very happy. Part of me also just feels that this is really talking about you just being in the flow of things. The Ace of Cups is a it is never ending energy, basically. It can easily reach down and fill itself back up here. So it never runs out of steam. It never runs out of water, right? And I kind of feel like some of you are kind of more getting into this place in life of a never-ending flow, or creating something that provides flow. I always use the example of this channel. I can do this all day long. I do. Some days I do this all day long, right? And I always feel better at the end when I'm done. I always say some days I wake up, I'm super tired, and I still do my readings, and by the time I'm done, I'm like full of energy. This gives me energy, right? And so I feel for a lot of you, and I wish this for everybody. I hope everybody can find something like this, because it's totally changed my life. So you have the Ace of Cups there, and again, I think you could be finding that thing that kind of, gives you that flow. You have this powerful move card and this Uncharted Sea card. I do feel we're in a time of exploration. The Uncharted Sea card, I feel, is saying that for you to discover this, you have to go on this journey of discovery. You have to, kind of like figure out what you actually want to do. I think people should be playing more in life, experimenting more, kind of like finding new ways of doing things, learning new things. All that type of energy, because that's the thing that is going to lead to the most success. Again, I think that there's something bigger and better, or, it's like you're creating something bigger and better in your life. So love it. I definitely feel there's something good going on here. With the Nine of Wands and the Sun, you have the Four of Swords here. Four Swords can represent resting, relaxing, recovering. We do have the retrograde, so anything you can do to rest, relax, recover would be a good idea. I always say, even if you could just take 5 minutes to meditate in the morning, or just do a little bit something extra, that will probably bring blessings into your life. There are blessings right here. This person in the stained glass window up here is blessing another person, so there could be blessings that are coming in for you, based off of just relaxing, which I know is not in your vocabulary, Capricorn. So there you go. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups. I think you need to trust your emotions as well. We see a lot of water imagery here. Yes, this could be love, and there's definitely love going on here. But I also feel like on another level that the water energy is talking about, what does your heart tell you to do, Capricorn? What are you being guided to do at this time, even if it's taking you away from something that you've been working on for a long time? I see that a lot right now as well. I definitely feel that there's a ton of reinvention energy, and I think over the next just few years, we're going to see a lot of people who are established, that have some sort of establishment, moving on to something else, where it's where you're going to think to yourself, that person's crazy for, leaving that behind. But really what they're about to create is much, much bigger. And again, you could be one of those people where it's maybe people are calling you crazy for following your heart and, starting a chicken farm or whatever the hell you want to do, right? And, but really, maybe you're going to be the best at it. So, I kind of feel a lot of you could be doing something to, expand your life. With the Four of Wands, you have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about needing to see that there's another way to do things. She is thinking this or that, but really there's a third place back here. And, I always say Two of Swords in my card of third place solutions. Third place solutions are basically everybody thinks this or that with, basically every single issue that exists. But there is another way that you could be doing things here with the Two of Swords. With the Page of Swords, you have the Devil. The Devil can, of course, represent toxic energy. I do feel like some of you've had a toxic person showing up in your readings before, so you could be leaving something toxic behind and, just kind of bringing it to an end. It's right here with that Between Worlds card. It's almost like you're, just stepping into a better time. I don't know what I was going to say. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yes, you don't have to do everything on your own. I think it would be an amazing time for Capricorn to learn to work together with other people or to co-create with other people in some way, whatever that means for you. So, again, I think it would be an amazing time for co-creation. I think it would be an amazing time to, spend time with other people, to meet up with other people, to learn from other people. And, that's what I would do here with the Three of Pentacles is make sure that you're co-creating. But again, I do also feel that Three of Pentacles is a card of attention. He has done a good job creating these Three Pentacles, and these people are giving him attention for that. And this whole entire reading kind of is saying that in some ways you are showing your work. You are showing the world what you're made of, which always comes up for you. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords here. I do feel like any negative cycles, it would be a good idea to bring those things to an end. Also, if there's anything that you repeat in your life, I would just look at it. I actually don't feel too bad about this Nine of Swords because I kind of feel like you are. It's if there's a cycle that you repeat in your life, I feel you are looking at it and saying, how can I change this? How can I, bring this to the next level? How can I get out of it? So I don't feel too bad about it. With the Lovers, you have the Four of Pentacles. I really, if you're attracting a lover, I feel like you're attracting a real lover, someone who does not want to let you go. That type of energy here, and vice versa as well. You're probably going to feel the same, So I see this as being a very stable, strong connection that you're attracting. I also feel that you could be increasing your finances through relationships. And I'm not necessarily saying just love, right? I'm saying that, if you're teaming up with people, if you're working together with people, co-creating with people, there could be a lot more as far as money is concerned. The one thing I will say with the Four of Pentacles is sometimes what I feel with the Four of Pentacles is that it kind of could represent people coming into your life who are not at the same level. And this is not a judgment or a criticism or anything like that. It's just saying, that, it's make sure that someone just isn't taking advantage of your clout, right? More or less. It's make sure that someone isn't just coming in and taking advantage of your work. And it really doesn't help people as well, necessarily. It's sometimes I think I really don't have a good way to say this, but it's like I'm not going to necessarily go and team up and start a business, another YouTube channel with someone who has one YouTube subscriber, right? I'm not going to do that, of course, right? Because I have a lot more. And not only that, it wouldn't really help that person because like they need to develop their own audience, right? And that's kind of what I get here. It's like, there could be people who are seeing you become successful, and you don't have to be a jerk or anything like that, but you also need to make sure that you're valuing what you bring to the table in the situation, right? So, that's kind of what I get there with the Four of Pentacles. It's like, you need to make sure, it's not a judgment thing, but you need to make sure that people are at your level. With the Chariot, you have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is about a wake-up call or waking up to kind of like new opportunities. And I do feel that here where it's kind of like saying you are, and really all three of these cards represent basically leaving a comfort zone. These people, they're in their coffins. The coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. So you need to like have that rebirth or get out of the coffin, right? With the Ace of Cups, you have the Six of Wands. So your outcome is a victory. Definitely could be some sort of big victory coming in for you here, Capricorn. But I like this reading. Definitely very good. I think there's like good stuff coming in for you as well. So let's see here. We're pulling 5 main themes. You have this flirtation card. Definitely someone's going to be flirting with you, talking to you. And there you go. It's gone. So definitely could be a flirtation or love coming in for you. You have this optimism card. We see a lot of optimism. I mean, even you have just the sun alone can represent a lot of happiness and joy. And you have this criticism card. I feel like you need to pay attention to like valid criticism, but also ignore not valid criticism. So there you go. I also feel like the more successful you become, the more criticism you're going to receive. So just ignore it. You have the Lost card. This is Saturn and Pisces, and we have Saturn and Pisces right now. So some of you maybe have experienced losses. I kind of feel like it's saying there are like certain things that can't be replaced, and I feel just saying instead of just only focusing on those situations, make sure that you're focusing on like new things, new opportunities. You have a speculation card. I feel like it's a really good time for you just as far as like your investments and energy are concerned. So wherever you're putting your energy, again, make sure you're putting it into things that actually can provide a return for you. Like I said, with people, for example, and, all that other stuff. And again, it doesn't mean you can't help those people. It just says, make sure that, as you become more successful, I think people are going to want a piece of it. And so make sure that they are also providing something for you. And again, this is like the law of the universe as well. It's like when you create that imbalance, if the person isn't at your level, then you're creating an imbalance in the universe. So, really it's like, are you helping them or not? It's like, there are some things that we have to learn on your own. And it's like, that's a hard lesson I had to learn as a Pisces is like, I want to help everybody, but, there are just like certain struggles with that. Yeah, it sucks to go through them, but at the same time, it's like there's certain struggles that I went through that I'm glad I did go through, even though it sucked because, it made me much, much more strong, right? So that's what I feel here, but this is an amazing reading. Love it. Bigger and better, Capricorn. So thank you for being here and enjoy your month.